Small and dangerous. Please put your hands together towards the amazing Nicole Dennis, Ambassador Diamond, Advisory Council Member, Nicole Dennis!
Keep talking. Check. Is it switched on? Yeah.
See, she does need me.
Okay, everyone can hear me now. Fantastic. Thanks, everyone. So I'm here for those of you here yesterday. I did incentives and promotions, and I was like, we have a promotion running right now, and who in the room didn't know what the promotion was? Stand up. Everyone knew what it was. So I'm going to just share a little bit with you about why you need to leverage it today. I did see some hands go up yesterday, so maybe you're all the informed people in the room today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our ASEA VIA range, which is available through our NFR, or Not For Resale program, for us here in Australia, which is what I wasn't spoken about yesterday. So why use nutritional supplements? It's kind of funny that I'm doing this because Justin, my husband, has sold millions of dollars worth of nutritional supplements and is the real expert in this area. But I'll probably be able to talk about it a lot faster than him. So we have a lot of nutrient depletion in our soil. Our ability to absorb the nutrition out of our food decreases with age. A lot of our food is transported a long way, so it has less nutrients in it. Of course, we have a lot of environmental toxins in our food supply, and here in Australia, our soil is quite deficient in trace minerals as well. So this all adds up to the food that we eat having a lot less nutrition in it than it did, 50 or 70 years ago or 100 years ago. So it's very, very difficult for us to get everything that we need out of our fruit and vegetables, even if we eat organic. So there's Justin there. I've got a little quote from him. I like to, use photos where he looks a little nuts. So as I said, Justin has literally sold millions of dollars worth of supplements. The longer that he was involved in this industry, the more he learned about the dirty secrets, and some of them were really dirty. He used to use me as like a guinea pig, as like a lab rat, and I used to get really sick from a lot of the stuff he used to give me. And so I was like, you're not testing any of it on me anymore. But there's a lot of poor manufacturing processes, and the supplements aren't actually bioavailable. If you've ever taken stuff and you've peed jello, you're just like peeing all that expensive stuff out. And 95% of the supplement market is made from synthetic vitamins and minerals, which your body can't really use very well. And as I said, you're making expensive pee. So at the end of Justin's time having a health food store, he found himself in a real ethical dilemma. Personally, we didn't use a lot of the products in the store. In fact, I was importing some things from the United States for my own personal use, even though we had over $100,000 worth of stuff. And at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. So if you go to the supermarket, you see that really cheap stuff, it's crap, basically. Bit of Aussie slang there, total crap, and it's just a waste of money. You might as well not buy it. So organic whole food supplements are the only supplements that I like to use unless I need something, unless some people need something really specific because they've got some challenges where they need a very specific nutrient. So that was a little bit about it. And Justin was really, really anxious when ASEA said they were bringing out a nutritional line. He was like, oh my gosh, most of it is just so bad. And I'm really worried until it came out, and then he's like, it's so good. It's the best products he's seen. So ASEA VIA Source was the very first product that came out, and it's whole food nutrition. It includes vitamins and minerals in a glycoprotein ferment, particularly the B vitamins, and this makes them much more easily absorbed by the body. And it also contains enzymes, and this means that you're going to absorb the things that's in the VIA products better, but also you absorb the nutrients out of your food better due to these enzymes. But we'll just have a look at some testimonials around these products. So Lorna, who you saw speak before, said she had fewer aches and pains, more energy and clarity, no cravings, and even found she was forgetting to take her second dose of ASEA. When she ran out, she noticed these things, the aches and pains and the cravings came back, and she had reduced clarity. So I hear this about the cravings all the time when people start Source And this is because of people are nutritionally deficient and they're craving things because they don't have all the nutrients they need. So this is a great sign that it's providing this. Janice, who's also another health practitioner, said she was nothing noticeable for the first 2 weeks, then increased eliminations, improved stamina and hunger reduction. So this hunger reduction is something I've heard a lot of times when people start source, and this is also due to your body having all the nutrition on board that it needs, so you're not feeling like hungry because you're like trying to find the nutrients that you need. Jen, she said she had more energy, no aches and pains, new hair growth on the front of the scalp, eating less and no cravings. So I also noticed this personally, that my hair and my nails started to grow faster when I introduced Source, and I knew this very clearly because I had to move my hairdressing appointments from 6 weeks apart to 4 weeks apart because I had too much regrowth. So, good problem to have, I guess. Cheryl said she noticed clarity of mind and energy within 4 days of starting, and the mood very improved as well. So all of these people had been long-term ASEA users, but by adding in this nutritional supplement, they had another level of benefit. So a little bit about Biome. It has 16 different strains of probiotics. So this is, what I think really makes it unique. It also has a prebiotic blend in it. When you go to a health food store, or even many of the practitioner-only brands of probiotics, they'll have 1, 2, maybe 5 different strains of probiotics in it. And this one has 16, and I've just had heard amazing results from people who've used a lot of other different probiotics, and ones that you would identify as good brands in Australia, like quality brands, and they've had better results from this. So Hardy says he'd suffered from digestive issues for 30 years and it was getting worse every year. After a recent checkup, he was told to come back in 2 years because it was so much improved. He'd been on Redox for 2 years and Biome for a year. So it really helps them work hands in hand. Amy had some very complex challenges going on, and she had some really great improvements when she started to drink ASEA. But this was just adding Biome in, and she'd been on ASEA for like 6 months or something, and her bowel movements went from 3 a week to 2 a day. So you can imagine how much better you're going to feel from just that one change. Her anxiety disappeared, she found she didn't crave sugar and carbs so much, and her stomach was happy and healthy. So really great results there with the Biome. ASEA Via Omega is ASEA's most recent addition to the Via line, and it's got some really good essential fatty acids in it, which are very, very important for the body. And this was one of Justin's most popular products that he used to sell in the shop, was fish oils. He'd have like a big thing out the front, like really, really high, of all different fish oils, and they would be like, we live in an area where there's a lot of retirees, maybe the really cheap ones, and they're crap, they're rancid, they've got like toxins, heavy metals in them, but like people, think that they should take fish oils and they buy a cheap one, but they're really no good for you. So ASEA Via Omega is from a sustainable source, it's fresh fish oils, it's got a really good amount of omega-3s in it. And because of the way that we eat and the way that our food is produced these days, most people become very deficient in omega-3s. So you really need to take an omega product for around 3 months to start to see the balance in the omega-3 and come up and the omega-3 and 6 ratios normalise. But this was Alan Noble's results of just 2 months. So you can see that there's an improvement happening there with the omegas, so you can go and get this test done. You can go to once before you start the omega and do it, but I would recommend that you take them for at least 3 months, possibly even 4 before you're retested, because 2 months is a bit soon, but this was, he's on the advisory council and had an early supply, and we only had 2 months, so that's why he had a 2-month test. So LifeMax is a range of longevity herbs and superfoods. So these are things that have been used in, traditional Chinese medicine and things like that for thousands of years to help improve the longevity of the body. So this is, really something that you can add in from that anti-aging perspective alongside your ASEA. A couple of testimonials on this one is I've been on ASEA for 4 years, but the last year LifeMax took my energy levels to a whole new level. Feel that my joints are not so stiff and energy levels are amazing, and the blood work is wonderful and all deficiencies have been rectified. And these were also from people who have been drinking ASEA for quite some time, so they got more of an improvement. Paige says, I absolutely love Life Max, better clarity of mind, energy, and the age spots on my body almost completely gone. The Renew 28 takes care of this on my face, but on the body they disappeared since the using of the Life Max. There's some very powerful ingredients in these. So in Australia, we are very lucky. We have a buy two, get one free promotion here. At the moment, you have to do it through the ASEA via USA order. You cannot do this through an auto ship. It is running until the 10th of March, so I encourage you to take advantage of this and to let people in your teams know to take advantage of this. So you buy any two of the products and you get one free, and you can buy this for one of each. You know, you can do this for Source Biome, Omega and Life Max one time on each account in a calendar month. So you can do it once more because we're already in March. So looking at the supplements, if you're like, maybe you haven't tried them, these are the foundation ones that, you know, I sat down with Justin and I was like, well, what would you think is the foundation? This is what I thought, but I was just getting confirmation off him because he has so much experience in this area. So it's the Source and the Biome is really, you know, a great place for people to start. So if you buy two, get one free, the regular price is $232 US. You're going to save it's $348. It will be $232 US. You'll save $116. So this is $2.57 US per day, because it will give you a 3-month supply per person. If you add in the omega, the essential fatty acids, which are very important to our health, instead of $498 US, it's going to be $332, saving $166. And that is because you also are going to get the $10 off per bottle when you are doing that on all of the products. So that's $3.68 US per day to be on those supplements. We add in our Life Max longevity supplement. Instead of $729 US, it comes down to $486, so saving $243 US dollars. So it's $540 US a day. So this, you know, this is a way you can help communicate to people, like on the daily cost, because it can maybe seem like a big number overall, but this is really, really great value for us to be able to have here in Australia. So it's up to you to tell your teams about it, to tell your customers about it that are not here. There will be no communication whatsoever going out from ASEA corporate about this promotion. It has to be done completely by the field. So make sure we only have until the 10th of March for people to take advantage of this. So make sure you go out and tell people about it so they can just really add to the benefits they're experiencing through the VIA range. So if Justin's going to come back up, we might just give away a few bottles of VIA paint, since we've got some.
Let's get the bottles of VIA away!
Yay!